I'm joined by Sir Michel Fabricant on the show. Sir Michel, always a pleasure. So we're expecting a big speech from Sir Keir Starmer tomorrow saying things are going to get much, much worse. And it's all because of the Conservative Party. It's your fault.
Well, he would say that, wouldn't he? And much of it is being made by him. I mean, they inherited, as you well know, a very powerful economy. It's the fastest growing economy in the G7. That means faster than the United States, where I've just returned from, faster than that in Germany or France or Japan. But why is it going so bad? And the answer's simple. Keir Starmer has caved in to the trade unions. Keir, the caver-inner, has given money to the rail unions and the other militant unions, and economists that I've spoken to have said this has set an awful precedent, because it won't be all over now. There'll be further demands, and his hopes, which was admirably expressed just now by your correspondent, that, all right, we'll do the difficult things in the first year, and you know what, fellow Labour MPs, don't worry, because the next 4 years after that will be grand before we have a general election. Oh, no, it won't. They've spotted the weakness in Keir Starmer, and the trade unions, who, after all, are the paymasters of Labour, they're going to be exacting their revenge and wanting more and more public payouts, which will lead to inflation and all the rest that we've seen in the past when Labour got elected in the 70s. Already the honeymoon has ended.
Yeah, the honeymoon period seems to be shorter than a honeymoon period in a wet weekend in Blackpool. What about cronyism? Because, of course, the Labour Party would always say, the Tory party were the party of jobs for the boys, jobs for the girls, backroom deals over PPE and all the rest of it. And now here we are, Lord Ali Wahid getting a pass for Downing Street, having given £500,000 directly to the Labour Party over the past 20 years. Is it always the same that in opposition you can say one thing and then it seems as soon as the party gets into power, they just do the opposite?
Yeah, it does seem that way, doesn't it? And we heard only just before the election, Keir Starmer tackling the Prime Minister then, Rishi Sunak, and saying, you're going to now cancel all the winter payments, aren't you, to pensioners? And yet what did he do? He did just that, Keir Starmer, as soon as he was in office. And you've seen it as well with the Chief of Staff of the Labour Party, Sue Gray, who was previously supposed to be a neutral civil servant, but in fact had very close ties, both directly herself and through her family, with the Labour Party. No, people are going to see through this very quickly. And I've even seen, driving between Heathrow and Lichfield this morning, a sticker in the back of at least one car saying, don't blame me, I voted Conservative. The Conservatives weren't perfect, far from it. Most governments who had to fight COVID and Russia over the Ukraine have been very unsuccessful when it comes to general elections because of all the unpopular decisions they had to make. But Labour have inherited a very, very strong economy. And they're just blowing it now. Keir Starmer, Keir, the caver-inner.
OK, so Michel Fabricant, you lost your seat at the last election, but you still seem to have your tail in the air very, very much on politics. You fancy a return to politics, Sir Michel, quickly?
I don't know. I did 32 years as a Member of Parliament, won 9 general elections. I think, actually, I should move on to something else.
I'm still thinking you're definitely maybe interested, Sir Michel Fabricant. Always a pleasure to see you on the show. Thank you. You take care now.